guys, how are you doing? My name is Lena and welcome to another video. So yeah, new background, I know, but I just recently moved and maybe this won't be like this all the time. I'm not really sure what I'm going to record right now, but yeah, there are probably going to be some tests, to call it something. But you know what? Let's get started with this. So, because I needed to fit tons of books into this new room, I decided to basically get rid of some of them. My unhauls are pretty particular because I basically take all of these books and put them separated from this room. I take them to my dad's house, I put them there, and I try to forget about them because I'm the kind of person who, once they get rid of something, they won't stop thinking about it, and I will want it back. So I tried this method. It's pretty okay for me, but you know, let's get started with this because there are a few of them actually. So the first one that I have here is The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. I mean, I love Rick Riordan, but I don't think that I'm going to continue reading this series right now. It's about Egyptian mythology, so for now I'm just going to get rid of it, and if I want it back, well, I will buy new copies. That's basically all of it. Nothing personal against it. I actually pretty enjoyed it. Then I have here volumes 1 and 2 of Cirque du Freak by Darren Shan, and the reason that I'm getting rid of this is because, one, they are just super old, they are super yellowy, and I just hate these covers. This one is the movie cover, and I enjoyed the movie, but I mean, wow. So yeah, I'm not really feeling these covers anymore. I actually started to collect the English editions of this. I think they have one somewhere here. Yeah, this one, they are holographic and they are super cool, but yeah, this one, not my thing anymore. Although I still really love this series. Will they suicide from this one too? I don't know. Then I have here like another Spanish book, but this is a really weird book. I tried to read this, I don't know, 3 or 4 times already. I can get past mark 50. I hate when books are just like this. So much text, I can't. But yeah, this is about like this kind of crazy town. Everything is good, but in the end, they're pretty crazy. I picked it up because it reminded me so much of Wayward Pines, but it's so much worse. So yeah, I don't know, this is Ideal. I haven't said the title of any of these books, right? By Elio Quiroga, and yeah, just, I don't think I'm ever going to read this. Can you tell that I'm just super exhausted still because of everything? Yeah. Then I have here a copy of The Library at Mount Char by Scott Hawkins. I actually haven't read this book yet, but I found a hardback cover, but I don't see where it is. I think it's behind that one. I don't know, but yeah, I found a hardback and it's so much better than this one because the text in this one is so small. I tried to read it in here, but I couldn't. So I will read the hardback. I don't know where I put it actually. It's going to be somewhere around there. Oh, it's right here. But yeah, I found the hardback for, I don't know, 2 or 3 euros. So yeah, this has to go. But yeah, I'm super intrigued by The Library of Monchar. Everyone keeps saying that it's super, super weird. Then I have here Project Arcadia by Greg Beck. This is kind of an adventure novel, and I enjoyed it once I read it. It's actually a second book in a trilogy. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and it was actually a present, but I don't think that I'm going to read it anymore. Oh, I mean, I'm not going to reread it. My mom has already read this, my stepdad, so I don't know. I don't feel anything anymore for this book, so this one also has to go. I mean, does this one even need an explanation? It's awful. Awful. And don't even get me started with Take a Rolling because we could be here all day. Then this one is True Blood by, well, not True Blood. This is Death Till Nightfall by Charlene Harris. This is the Spanish edition. It's kind of a mass market paperback and I hate it, even though I really like the cover of the TV show. But yeah, it's really, really old, and I haven't read this series, and I owned this for quite a long time. I think probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 years or something, but I don't think that I'm going to read it soon. So yeah, once I really, really, really want to read it, I will buy a new copy. Right now I have the mentality that I will read the original versions of everything that I can, basically. So yeah, she's, I think, an American author. So I read her work on English, and I did this because I read the Night Circus in Spanish, and that was such a mistake. Everyone keeps saying that Emmy Morgenstern's writing style is gorgeous, but that didn't translate well, and I kind of really didn't enjoy the book. So yeah, I'm reading original versions from now on. Then I'm not necessarily getting rid of it, but I will take it to my dad's place because it doesn't have a room here. Basically, it doesn't fit. So yeah, but I will continue reading this series. It's nothing in particular. This is La Puerta Oscura. Well, this is El Viajero. I always forget the title and said the name of the series. But yeah, by David Lozano, and yeah, it's just that. Nothing else. I really enjoyed the reread. I gave it 4 stars. But yeah, I will continue to buy the other editions and keep collecting them so I can own them. But yeah, this is going to my dad's place, so my stepmom can actually finish the series. Then I have here the Black Prism by Brent Winks, and I enjoyed the Black Prism even though it has some really kind of disgusting things in it, but I was able to pass through them actually. But I hate this cover. I actually own the second and the third in the other editions that are just black with the cover right here, but this is awful. I hate people in covers. Do you hate people in covers? I only don't hate them when they are just like drawn like this. I'm super okay with this, but this is terrible. Let's talk about this one for a second. This is A Philosophical Investigation by Philip Kerr. I had to read this for one of my classes this year, and I hated it. I hated it so much. I gave it 2 stars. I never gave such lower ratings to anything because, I mean, if it does its function, you know, entertaining me, I will give it 3 stars. I have no problem with that, but this was just bad. This was just so bad. So yeah, this has to go. I hated it. Oh, you might hear some background noise. I'm sorry because my mom is just doing her stuff around the house. So really sorry. I don't know what she's doing actually. We're starting with the more controversial ones. This is The Passengers by John Mars, and I really, really enjoyed this book, but the ending didn't make it for me. So I kind of have a bad taste with this book. You know, just like I think about it and I immediately think about the ending and not liking it. So yeah, I don't think that it has a place here, although the new novel that came out, I don't know, in May, was fantastic. I kind of want to buy it on paperback, but there's not that much rereadability with thrillers and with mystery thrillers. So kind of hesitant, but I loved that one. So yeah. Finally, Wilder Girls by Rory Power. I was so disappointed by this book. My goodness. I love books with the isolation element, the virus element, you know, diseases, but this book made no sense. I was so frustrated with the ending, and I really loved the relationship that we had in here, but everything else was complete meh. I don't even think that I'm going to read her new book. I think that the premise was amazing, but that ending was fucking stupid, and I'm sorry, you can't change my mind about it because I really, really hated it. I gave this one also 2 stars, well, 2.5 stars. I think there were good elements on it, but the execution was awful. I talked about this book fairly recently with one of my last videos, but this is The Vanishing Deep by Astrid Scholte. Completely meh book. Love the premise, that's what I bought it. It was a new release, and yeah, I read it fairly quickly, but overall, super unmemorable. I don't really care about it. So yeah, although I love the cover. I said that I don't love people on covers, but this one is so aesthetically pleasing that I loved it. Another extremely disappointing book. This is Cold Storage by David Cobb, and he's the screenwriter for Jurassic Park, so my expectations were up here. But this is a book about a disease. Yeah, I'm having so much bad luck with books with diseases and viruses. This was pretty bad. I mean, I gave it 3 stars, but the more I think about it, I should give it 2 stars probably. But I completely thought that this book was about an outbreak, and the first chapter, well, the prologue, it's fantastic. It's about the virus spreading to this kind of small village in, I don't even remember what country, and it was terrifying. But then they just get a sample of the virus, storage it, and forget about it, and then it kind of breaks out, but it's just in not even a building, and everything happens in one night, and I didn't even care about it. I don't know, I thought that it was just, this made me think that we would have something like this, but we didn't. And, it made me pretty mad at all, actually. I want like a gigantic outbreak. Don't give me that little thing. I won't put it there, but let me show them to you. This is the Walking Dead comic books, and I really enjoy them. I read only until the 9th one, but you know what? I was so disappointed by the TV show that I can't read these ones anymore. Even though I really enjoyed them when I read them, I'm not feeling it anymore, so yeah, I'm getting rid of them. Then I have here 14 by Peter Kleins, and I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 stars, but I don't think that I need it anymore. I think that it was a pretty solid book. It definitely kept me entertained. I was fascinated with the whole premise, but I don't know, I'm just not feeling it anymore. But now that I'm talking about it, I'm sparkling my feelings, my positive feelings about this book again. So now I don't know. But yeah, this is about this mysterious block of apartments, and that's something that I really like. I actually have the second book to this series somewhere. They are not exactly a continuation, but they are set on the same kind of universe. So I'm definitely excited to keep reading more Peter Kleins, but I don't know, I just don't need it. Does that make sense? Then I have here One More Kill by Mark Lawrence. Mark Lawrence has been having some backlash lately, and I mean, kind of deserves it. I mean, he was accused of being extremely unprofessional, and I kind of agree. I still own his other series because I love them, but I didn't connect with this series, even though it has so much Dungeons and Dragons on it, and I love it, and it's heavily inspired by Stranger Things, and you can tell. But overall, didn't make the cut for me, and now with those allegations, I don't have any remorse to get rid of it. I'm sorry. Another 2 copies of the the Vampire Assistants that I hate. I don't know why this happened, but I bought them used from, I don't remember what page, and I thought they were the holographic covers, but they weren't. So then I have here The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. This is the Spanish edition, which makes me insane because look at that font. Why? What does this need to be so big? I don't know. But this is my least favorite book by Neil Gaiman. I won't reread it because it just didn't really make it for me. I will say that I was really scared with the woman, you know what I mean. But overall, don't really care. So then I have here The Last by Hannah Jameson. I actually have 2 copies of this book, and I have read a whole one. And unhaul is the second, because this had a really, really good premise, but it didn't really deliver it. I don't know, it was just complete meh. I give it 3 stars. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic type of book. I love those, you know that. It has the isolation element, because they're alone, this hotel, with one murder, and they try to find out what happened. And the premise sounds amazing, but it was pretty meh overall. I don't know. Then this is a pretty popular one. This is The Institute by Stephen King. I really enjoyed this book, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I'm not going to reread it. I was okay with it. I was expecting more. It was a bit of a disappointment, but nothing crazy. So yeah, it's about the government sequestering the government kidnapping boys, powers, you know, Stephen King stuff. I don't know, I just don't feel it. I don't think that I need to own it, even though I really like this cover. I think it's beautiful. Then I have here one that I have not read. This is The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss. And the thing is, when I bought this, I was really excited. I bought it last year. But right now, I don't care about this book. I see it and I think, oh yeah, it's a beautiful cover. But that's it. It's kind of a gender-bent historical fiction with Mary Jekyll, Justine Frankenstein. You know, it's kind of this gender-bent thing. And I was super excited for it. But now, as I told you, I don't really care. So I'm getting rid of it. If I think that I need it, well, I will give myself like a month to think about which books really need to go. And if I think about this one, I will keep it. Then I have here The Deathless by Peter Newman. I also gave this one 4 stars, even though I think that it's a little bit lower than that. But the concept of this is great. Love the cover, love books with demons. But I don't know, there's something about it that doesn't really grasp my interest anymore. And even though the sequel, it's been out for a good chunk of time, I haven't really think about it. I don't think that I will read it, so it can go. It's okay. Then I have here another pretty popular series. This is The Invisible Library in the Mask City. I'm pretty conflicted about this one because I've heard that the sequel is worse than the first book, and I didn't really love the first book. Even though I'm really in love with the concept behind the books, I don't really think that I will continue with the series. I actually put it on my series that I won't continue this year. So yeah, I think that they could go. If I think about them again, well, I'll bring them back, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. This is a hard one. What makes me mad is that I really want to like that series. And The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. I enjoyed the first book, but I have zero feelings about it, so I think that I'm getting rid of it. I don't know, I actually really hate the cover also, which is making it really easy, but I don't know. I will continue with the series though. I will read the second book if I feel like it, but I just won't buy them. I'll listen to them as an audiobook, or I told you I didn't really love the book when I read it. Was it last month? I don't know, I'm having such a difficult time with time. And then the last book that I have here is The Merciful Crow by Margaret Owen. I didn't really like this book. Love the cover, it's gorgeous and it's hurting my soul. Giving up on the series, but this was really boring. I mean, there were parts of it that I really enjoyed. The magic system is fairly interesting, but overall the story was a complete meh for me. And the love story was pretty stupid. But yeah, that's another thing. I don't know, I really doubt that I will continue with this series, even though the cover for the sequel is beautiful. I doubt it, so yeah, I'm getting rid of it. If I ever think about it again, I'll see what I'll do. But probably won't buy them. So yeah, I think that those were all. It's a really good amount for me. I don't really like to unhaul books, although now that I'm having such a small room to fit books, I don't have much of a choice about it. But yeah, I'm super happy to be back. I'm just super tired still because it's been like a rough week, but I have finally finished moving. I finished my exams. I have all the grades. I'm super happy about it. I only have my thesis presentation left, so I'm extremely happy about it. But yeah, I'm just really excited to be back. I can't wait to actually dive in this world again. I just want to read, actually. But yeah, that's going to be all for today. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!